welcome back, Action Figures, to an amazing episode of Action Motorcycles. I sound like a broken record, but look at it, guys. We've got the Searles brothers here. They have finished Dakar. They have got their finishing medals, and
Done.
you know, can't hardly believe it. I know I can't believe it, so I know you guys can't believe it. Before we dive into anything specific, how are you guys feeling right now?
Honestly, I don't think it's even sunk in with me at the moment what we've achieved over the past 3 years. It's been an incredible journey, and I'm still a little bit in shock, I think. Yeah, it's not sunken with me at all, not one bit. It's just like a light switch. Or, you know, like Carl said, the last 3 years it's just flown by, and we were here 2 weeks ago. You know, probably halfway through the rally, it felt like it was going to be a long time, but the second week went super quick for me. Yeah. Super quick.
Really?
It didn't drag on at all.
That's really interesting, because I know at one point you guys had mentioned, and I think it was right before our last interview, I think you guys had mentioned on a separate video that it felt like you've been riding for a month.
Yeah,
So,
that was me. Yeah, I was like, I couldn't believe. I was like, it feels like it's been so long. But then probably the last two or 3 days after we finished the second marathon stage, I think we had 3 days riding left. That just kind of went like a light switch, and it was like, and then, you know, the last day of racing, we're like, this is it. This is us finishing our part of the journey. This is what we've come to do, and we are gonna tick the box. Unbelievable.
So odd to ask this question, but now I probably know the answer, but was it worth it? Was the past 3 years worth it?
100%. Yeah, we're just chilling in a little hotel down the road from the bivouac now. We're flying back to the UK to early tomorrow morning. And I'm just like kind of just flicking back through my head where this journey started, from Craig sending me that text message, and then all the people that we've met, all the support we've had, meeting yourself, getting on this channel, the sponsors, the people, the countries, the experiences, just trying to like rack it back through my brain of what we've actually done. And it's been like, we've actually built a race team and took a truck. You know, it was just going to be me and Craig, and then we've ended up building a race team and taking a mechanic and, you know, Dad and Dave, and yeah, it's just been unreal, unbelievable. Just trying to take it all in.
Awesome. Hey, Craig, I'm assuming it was worth it for you too, buddy?
Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah.
A question for all of you. We'll start with Neil. If you had to pick one standout moment from Dakar that'll stay with you forever, what is it?
It's the reason why I'm back again, is the feeling coming in the last few Ks of the last day. It was unbelievable. If I could have a sip of that feeling every day, I'd never need to come back. But 5 years later, I came back because I've run out of that feeling. So see you in 5 years' time.
Mine would be this morning, me and Craig setting off. I asked the timing guys if I could wait for Craig on the gate, and they let me. Yeah, they waved Craig forward, let me stay where my time had gone, so it said go, but he let me stay. And while me and Craig were lining up, everyone there was cheering and waving and filming it. So yeah, that was amazing moment.
Yeah,
amazing moment.
Well, yeah, for me, it was sort of last night that we kind of felt like the job was all but done, but nobody wanted to actually mutter those words for obvious reasons. But there was a real buzz between us last night, I think, in the whole place as a whole, really. Yeah. And then that rolled into this morning. Obviously, essentially, we got a lie-in this morning, and it was nervous, but you kind of knew your exam results, but you were just waiting for the finish. And I think that was a real proper moment that I think will stick with me for a very long time.
So my standout moment was when we were actually driving into one of the towns. It's just a blur at the moment, and we're poodling along, and on the right hand side there was a building site with a cement mixer and a concrete pump, and the concrete pump had its hose inside was putting his hose inside the concrete mixer. So I don't know whether he thought he was going to suck the concrete out or whatever, but nothing to do with the Dakar. That's just something that's going to always stay in my memory. That one, I think, and that in a nutshell is Saudi. So there you go, Fred.
So mine was actually right here. I was sat here earlier today, just looking out over the water, thinking the lads were out riding. My work was done. You know, as a crew, we were done, and it's just a real nice feeling of sort of contentment, knowing in an hour or so the lads are going to be back and we've completed what we set out to do.
So I think my standout moment of the Dakar was when the helicopter flew over us. And I don't think Carl had noticed it was there for a while. It was filming us for a good couple of minutes. And I eventually got alongside Carl, and he saw like what I was trying to do in wheelie, and then he clocked that the helicopter was there, and pulled a awesome wheelie, which was like our dream shot. And I think it's everyone's dream shot to get it, to get the helicopter shot doing a wheelie. So I think definitely that's the moment for me.
So talk to me a little bit about crossing the finish line. When you actually cross the finish line, what do you remember? What do you remember from this last leg? What did you actually capture versus what are you going to have to kind of go back and watch and refresh?
So I think that whole stage, that whole 100K was just like a massive emotional roller coaster. There was excitement that it was the last day, but then there was, don't go too wild because it's the last day.
Yeah.
You got still got 50Ks yet to go, and I was in my head, I was like 49Ks to go, 48Ks to go. You know, it just kept doing that, and we'd actually missed a few waypoints just because I think we were just all over the place. Yeah, we were done. Yeah, we were just like so keen to get back and just cross that finish line all nice and safe. But actually going over the finish line itself was, again, just a massive emotional roller coaster. It was just like, I can't believe I could see the finish. I could see it. It's like 20 meters away. And we actually shut off, didn't we?
Yeah, we
literally just rolled off, and we were doing like 10K just towards the finish.
Alongside each other,
what has just happened?
That's amazing. That's amazing. And how did it feel when they kind of put the medals around your neck, and the finishing medals are, like I said in the last interview, there's so few people that have achieved what you've achieved. You're in such tight and proud company. How'd that feel?
Just, it was surreal because they have all the cameras and the massive stage and all the hype and everything. And actually, if you, we'll send you the video. If you notice me in that video where we go up onto the stadium, we both loop around. Yeah. We do the whole shake everyone's hands, give each other a hug. We've done it. But you'll notice in the background, Leia, one of the Dakar officials, is hanging a medal over Craig. I'm putting my foot, swinging my leg over my bike, and I'm about to ride off. And you can see a few people are going, whoa, 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 you need your medal. Like I was just, I hadn't even, and I was like, oh yeah. And you can see me like go, oh yeah. And I stall the bike, and then I get back off, and then I have the medal thrown over me. It was just, it was a blur, absolute blur.
Well, maybe at that point, it just felt weird to not be on the bike. Right? Like maybe you just
actually
too many cameras. You just need to go back to your comfort blankie or your comfort zone and just get back on the bike where you know where you can live. Yeah. Speaking of, did you guys have any PTSD waking up this morning? Did you wake up thinking you were going to be riding, or is it like, we're done?
It's strange. Like I felt that, and I said to Dad the other day, I said, I feel like I could just keep riding. If they told us,
unbelievable.
If you're not doing 100K tomorrow, we're going to chuck in a Joker. Joker card, and you've got another 500K to do. It'd just be like, all right.
Yeah. I think that our bodies have just got into the fact, I think it was second from last day. It was like 780K. It's 780 kilometers, and we were just like, that's cool. That's no problem. That'll be all right.
It's like, what's the stage? 310. Oh yeah,
short. Short. It's only 310K that stage. It just,
your body gets to like a bit of a flow, doesn't it? Like a bit of a routine with it.
Yeah, and just waking up at 4 a.m. and we were giving ourselves about an hour and a half to prep. So a bit of food, get dressed, gear up, get the bikes warmed up, put the cold weather stuff on because it was actually really cold in the mornings. So we put all the coats on, helmet on, put our music in our ears ready to go. And it was like, 310 liaison to the start of the stage, and just did it in one hit, didn't stop. Yeah, straight there. Yeah, I think your body just gets into it, and that's part of it. But I don't know, it's quite nice. I think this afternoon we've just been saying, we're properly chilling out now. I think we are now like winding down. So I think tomorrow morning we might be a little bit like, I'm quite glad we're not getting on the bike now.
Yeah, well, at least you're trained early to get up for the airport, because nobody ever likes getting up for the airport, but you guys are in that mode. So do it one last time. Just logistics question: is it a direct flight, or do you connect somewhere?
Yeah, we have to connect, but it's here. So it's a short flight from Yambu to Riyadh. So we've got a 2-hour flight, And how long's the lay down? Is it 2 hours?
2 hour lay down, and then 6 hour flight.
Yeah.
6 hour flight back to London Heathrow then.
And then we've got another
Okay.
4 hours
drive to the other side of that.
Boy, yeah, that's because
Yeah.
you guys are in Wales, right?
On the border, yeah.
On the border. Oh, okay. Wow. Phew. Oh boy.
Next question. What was your biggest challenge stroke hardest moment in the race, Neil?
I'd say the hardest challenge is getting here, but in the race, there was one day I had 2 spectacular crashes as a result of a few poor life decisions at the time, and it just escalates. And once it escalates, the heart rate gets up and things start going south real quickly, and it can turn your rallying inside out pretty quickly. So that I'd say an hour of one day. I don't know what day it was. It's all a blur now, but it was just 1 hour of that day was just crazy for me.
Yeah, same for me. I had a bit of a time where, and this sounds stupid, I thought I couldn't turn left. I kept tucking the front, and
Zoolander.
Yeah, literally. I kept tucking the front, and I did tuck it, and the bike went down, and I snapped a handguard, and then and then it happened again and again and again, and I just thought, is there something wrong with me or whatever? But it turned out that I think it was something to do with the steering dampener pin that was tightening up, and it wasn't actually turning left. So let Fred know. Fred sorted that out. Next day, absolutely fine. I could turn left. So yeah, that was. But it's just like in that moment when your head's gone and you're just thinking, what am I doing wrong? Why is this bike not turning left? But yeah, so that was a bit of a struggle for me.
Hardest part for me, bloody hell.
Hardest moment in the race.
Hardest moment, the biggest challenge. But like Neil said, the hardest. Finding my phone. Yeah, I did. I got my phone out to phone Sam, phone my wife, and speak to the kids. But it fell on the floor, and I didn't realise it. It was just literally next to me, so I panicked and thought I'd lost it on the stage. But going away there a little bit. I think the hardest part of the rally for me was when I crashed. After that, it just dawns on you that, you've hurt yourself. Are you going to be able to finish? But eventually that, the adrenaline kicks in, and the pain sort of, you get distracted from pain. That was the hardest day for me after that crash. I was obviously fine, bit bruised and, scrapes here and there, but yeah, and that's probably the only really hardest time I had on the bike, to be fair. I was very lucky to come across unscathed in, previous rallies. I'm good at crashing, good at twisting the bike up. So yeah, it's expert level at a crash.
So talk to me a little bit. So speaking of getting home, talk to me a little bit about, has this experience strengthened your relationship with you and certainly your dad and your families as well? And if so, how does it feel different now that you kind of completed your goal compared to maybe what it was before or during?
Yeah, it's definitely brought us closer. I mean, although that we all work together and we did socialise together, I think like every day we've spoken about Dakar for 3 years. There's always been something that's, we need to get kit ordered, or have you spoke to so-and-so about tyres? Have you sorted parts? Yeah, we've ordered the cards from KTM so we can go and get parts from the truck. And yeah, it's like every day we've spoke about Dakar.
Yeah, Marissa's texted me and said that she's got this YouTube guy from America called Brannan, and he's interested in chatting to you. So, so it's like, yeah, literally every day. But I think for me, we've always been pretty close. We're brothers. We've grown up, but it has, obviously, to go through what we've been through and do what we've done and still run a successful company at home alongside each other and build this team and come and do this and complete this super tough race as well. Of course, yeah, it's just brings us closer and closer together.
Yeah, we weren't that far apart. We've always been sort of going along the line. Our life journey's always been like this.
Right. Good deal. But yeah, if you're anything like my dad and me, you're still going to keep talking about it. But now it's, do you remember this? Or hey, do you remember this?
Yeah. It's quite cool because we kind of done that. We're like, oh yeah, do you remember? Like, did you see those flip flops on the floor as we went through this one bit? It's like kind of, and I think that's the really cool thing about doing it together is we get to share that and like repeat those stories. Whereas I think some of the guys that run by themselves, they've just got themselves out there. So it's a little bit of a lonely situation. Yeah, there was a few times where we felt quite sorry for some people. And like they were doing Malmoto, or the original bimoto class.
Yeah.
Some of the guys are just there on their own. Yeah, just literally no one there. No contact with anyone. Like literally just stood, didn't speak to anyone.
Leave me alone!
No, wouldn't get involved. I mean, like they're on their own journey and that's their plan and structure. Just stick to that and then you'll get to the finish. Pretty much they all did, didn't they? For our one rider, I think. Yeah, well,
that's I can't imagine. So speaking of that, I did have a couple of fan questions for you, and one of them ties right into that. Do you guys think you would have been able to do this without each other? I mean, do you think you would have been able to do it alone like that, or without the other brother there?
I think we're both intelligent enough and good enough riders to have done it. But I can't imagine doing it without Craig. I don't think I would be interested in doing it without him now.
That's an awesome answer.
Yeah, I think I'd say the same. Yeah, I think we get it done, no problem, but it wouldn't interest me if Craig wasn't there.
Good deal. Well, I can say it's certainly been interesting with the both of you. Certainly, it's been better with kind of the relationship dynamic between you and your dad, and kind of your followers too has been great. So we're all grateful for the family coordination and the family participation. So another question: Did somebody lose their phone?
Yes, I did.
On the race as well.
Yes, I did.
Man.
Yeah. So over the finish line, a lot's happening. It's like cameras and people are there, like taking stuff off your bike. They're giving you a time card, this, that, the other, and other people are pulling in next to you and putting their arm around you and giving you a fist pump or whatever. It's all just a bit crazy for a couple of minutes. And then Neil was there waiting for us as well. He wanted to congratulate us, and we had a hug with him, and a bit of a boy talk and all that. Say well done, proud of you, blah blah blah. And then I was right. What's happening now? Right, I've got to go and speak to my wife. I want to go and speak to the kids. I want to tell them I've done it. Blah, blah, blah. I pulled over, took my earplugs off, got my phone out. And then I think Dad was on the back of your bike and you were about to move. And I just said, no, I've just got to make this call. But my phone dropped off the bike and I didn't notice. So I kind of just I was like, I'll just ride around the corner because the podium's just around the corner. And then I got there, I was like, oh, where's my phone? Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
I think I just had it. And then I was going, I text my wife to say that we're at the start of the last day and I'll message you when we get back. I was like, please don't tell me I've left it on my screen or something. And then I've started the special. So Carl was like, well, we can do the iPhone find it, or what's it called? To find my phone thing. It literally, all it had done is just literally fallen off the side of the bike where I was previously parked.
Well, that's great news.
Yeah, we ended up
a little bit of a mental exercise and little back to reality test from home.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it was just so I was in my emotions were just absolutely wild. My brain wasn't just operating one bit. All coordination had gone, panic had set in. But, yeah, it was good. It felt like it was. I'd lost it for about 6 hours, but it was about 30 seconds once I realised where it was.
Quickly, you get that pit of your stomach feeling, oh my God, I'm halfway around the world in the sand and I don't have a way to communicate. Yeah, that's the worst.
We had to ride back up through the start area, but I just said, I'll jump on the back of your bike and I'll navigate to your phone. So you couldn't work out if it was 10 metres away or a kilometre away. So we're riding back through the
So you did have your extra ride. You did have your side quest at the end. A little bit of an extra adventure.
So we're riding back past all the organisers. Everyone was looking real confused because there was two of us on a bike going back the wrong way. Yeah. I think there's a couple of videos knocking about of that. So.
We just want to do it again.
Yeah, we're going to do it in reverse now.
Look, we paid all this to be here. We're doing that bit again.
Yeah.
So, Craig, I'm sure that was tough, and I'm sure it was a little bit, feeling a little bit bashful about losing your phone. But have no fear, because your brother has now become a internet meme sensation, with some hairstyling that will never leave you. And I hate to tell you, buddy, but with the interview questions you had the other day, and you were talking about not being able to turn left. Do you know who Derek Zoolander is? Who also couldn't turn left. Yeah. So, not being able to turn left there with that hair, get ready for some awesome memes there, Buckaroo. So
can't wait.
That's right. So, a couple more quick questions. I know you guys gotta wrap up and get ready for flying in the morning. This is a little bit of a hit home question here. Your kids, you talked before about, was it worth this? Risking your lives and doing all this kind of crazy stuff. You got families at home. What do you hope your kids? I mean, you have young kids, so what do you hope once they kind of get old enough to understand what this is, and not just daddy's gone on a motorcycle trip?
Yeah.
What do you kind of hope they gain from this, and how do you hope this kind of adds to your family?
Yeah. One of the main reasons for me doing it is for the kids, really. If you do have a dream and you work hard at it, it will come true. And we're living proof of that. So yeah, it's one of the main reasons for me of doing it. Yeah. I mean, my plan when we first set out, and Craig mentioned about doing Dakar, me and my wife, we weren't even planning to have children at that point. When we recently had our little girl, 5.5 months old now, our little baby Ava. So she was kind of born in like the run up to Dakar, and you kind of, it's difficult. You kind of question yourself. You're like, geez, having this little baby's turned up, and we're going to Dakar in 6 months' time. Like, what are we doing? Am I doing the right thing? I want to be at home, with my wife, but we'd obviously committed, and my wife's obviously really supportful of this. She knows it's been my dream, and she's worked it out. We've had my mother-in-law staying with my wife, helping her look after the baby and the dog, and yeah, so it is really, really difficult, and to leave them behind. And at this point now, I can't wait to get back and see them. Go and chase your dream. If you have a dream, I'm nearly 40 now, but I can say to her, when I was 40, I went and raced this amazing race with my brother. If you want to do something like that, you go and do it.
A lot of people ask in those other videos, and I'll mention now too. You guys are probably, if you're watching this, you're seeing some video interspliced in with another interview round that these guys did. That I'm kind of intersplicing that video. So you've seen some other questions from that video. And a lot of people in those videos were asking, well, what's next? What's next? Like, you literally are dumping the sand out of your boots, and everybody wants to know when you're going to be on the bike again.
What happens to the truck after all the support from Dad? Is there an ambition to keep S2D going so that Dad can get his medal in the truck class? Again, I'll refer to the previously answered question on that one. We haven't really decided what we're doing. It's not even been discussed.
Now, in true motorcycle rider fashion, everybody wants to ride. And Craig, I loved your Carl, I loved your answer earlier, where it's like, yeah, I could probably go again. I could probably go a couple more days. That reminds me of how I always feel when I get off a bike, even after a long trip. But so I'm not going to ask you what's next as far as racing goes, but I've got two kind of what's next questions. First, what meal for all the other Brits out there, all the other folks in the UK, what meal are you guys craving to get back home? Is it Greg's? Is it Nando's? Is it something else? What's kind of you're kind of zeroing in on?
I mean, for me, I love a lasagna. So yeah, just a big old slab of lasagna and some garlic bread, and
nice.
Just get my way through that. Loads of cheese on the top, and yeah. Just get cracked into it and eat probably the amount that 4 people could eat. For me, it's the the typical British dish is going to be the Sunday roast.
All right, there you go.
Yeah,
with some good Yorkshire and everything.
Yeah, full on proper thick gravy, some greenery, some carrots. Yeah, the works.
Very nice.
Just,
hey, by the way, the only time I've seen you guys smiling this big. The only time I've seen you guys smiling is when you're holding up the medals and then when you're talking about the food, just so you guys know. Yeah.
We are partial to a great food. Yeah, I might do a stop off on the way home.
There you go. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, that's an easy one. That's an easy one to do. Very nice. And Greg's, if you hear that, next time they race, sponsorship. Let's go.
Yeah. You want to buy sausage rolls and donuts. I like it.
That's right. Well, hey, so real quick, just for everybody out there who's watched and followed along with this kind of series with these guys, thank you so much for watching. And we've got a number of new subscribers that have joined specifically because they're following you guys or have heard about you guys. So
Awesome.
thank you so much for following. Please like and subscribe to this video if you want to see more. And speaking of that, we don't want to go too much into it. But this probably isn't the last time that you're going to see the three of us on the screen together. We've got some plans in the works, and you may see the three of us on motorcycles here sometime in 2026. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. I will do my absolute, if that comes true, I will do my absolute very best to not horribly embarrass myself in front of these two guys. It's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. So stay tuned for that. Guys, thank you so much for letting us come on this amazing journey with you. I cannot wait to see what's next for you. You guys have achieved a dream, and we're all kind of been following along and so proud of you. And I think I said it in a message to you both, but you guys are now official Dakar finishers. You are Dakar racers. No one can ever take that away from you. You're in the books, in the history books, and just absolutely so proud and so happy to have met you both, and can't wait for what's next.
Yeah, thank you. No, yeah, thank you, and to all your followers and everyone for coming along for the ride. It's been awesome, and for sure it's not the end, but yeah, it'll be good to keep it going and catch up with you guys soon.
That's right. Talk to you soon. Hey, listen, guys, safe travels home, and hey, when you get back to England, keep looking for action.
Will do.